This is a 10-minute mindful breathing meditation offered by Max Jensen. Begin by finding a comfortable posture, preferably seated in a chair or on a cushion. You may lay down if you need to, but note that this often leads to sleepiness. If you're seated in a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the floor and that you have a straight back. If you're seated in a cushion, take a comfortable cross-legged position, or perhaps kneeling, and make sure that you find a position that you can maintain for 10 minutes. Begin by bringing attention to your body. Notice its weight on the ground or on the chair. And we'll slowly start to notice any sensations associated with our breathing. Noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. And we'll start to notice different places where we can feel the breath within our bodies. For example, we can start with the belly. As it rises on the in-breath, falls on the out-breath. You might even say to yourself, in, out. Noticing the entire length of the in-breath. Noticing the entire length of the out-breath. And noticing a pause in between the in-breath and the out-breath as well. A moment of rest. Letting your mind be focused on the breathing allows us to come into the present moment. Since the sensations we perceive from breathing are right here, right now, and are always with us. If your mind wanders during this activity, it's not a problem. In fact, noticing that the mind has wandered is essential to this practice. And you might even award yourself a point for having noticed that your mind has wandered. No need to keep score, but just a positive reinforcement that you're aware that your thinking has wandered from your breath. And after awarding yourself a point, just mindfully, slowly, bringing your attention back to the sensation of breathing in your belly. We can notice the breath in other areas as well. For example, in our nostrils or the rims of our nose or on the upper lip. We can feel the air passing. You may notice that it's cool on the in-breath and warm on the out-breath. Just noticing these sensations as they are in the present moment. Let your attention follow the breath all the way through, the whole length of the in-breath, to that moment of pause or rest where there's no air moving. All the way through the out-breath, to that pause where there's no air moving. You may notice bringing attention to this pause, especially after the out-breath. It feels natural not to inhale right away, letting a few seconds of rest, and letting the diaphragm start to take in air at its own pace. No need to try to make this happen or to change the breath in any way. But sometimes just by noticing, bringing attention to the breath, its rhythm slows down. And moving to a third way to observe the breath, we can follow it as it starts to come in on the in-breath through our nostrils, feeling the air flow down past our throat into our lungs with the expansion of our belly. And then on the out-breath, with the fall of our belly, moving back up through the lungs, the airways, and out of our nose. Following the breath as it enters in, down into our bodies and back out. Remember, if your mind wandered, it's no problem. Earn yourself a point and come back to your breathing. Now, for the last few minutes of this meditation, go to whichever method of observing the breath you can notice the most strongly, or that's easiest for you to focus on. Whether it's the belly, the nose, or following the breath down in through the body. Let your attention rest with the breath, noticing that the mind wanders very frequently. Just scoring a point, coming back to the breath. Following the whole length of the in-breath, the whole length of the out-breath. Gently coming back to the breath as often as needed. In a few moments, I will ring the bell. Just listen and let the clarity of the sound of the bell clear your mind. And when you are ready, just come back to the room, moving slowly, opening your eyes, and coming back to your day.